it does what it does. Welcome back to Roz Reacts. Joe Rogan's darkest story. Let's get straight to it.
You ever see the video where the BBC reporter gets inside a box? Like
BBC? Big Black? I'm talking.
A plexiglass box. No. And they put him around polar bears. And the polar bear tries to eat him. And the polar bear's trying to eat him through this box, trying to figure out how to get to him because it knows he's in this box. It is terrifying.
Dude, why would you ever?
Bro, and this guy's got cameras on him the whole time. Shit in his pants. Just dookieing left and right, filling those drawers, son.
How strong is that? That thing has to be in.
I'm not going to lie. At first sight, a polar bear do not look that terrifying. Especially if they coming in all white because they just don't look aggressive. They just don't look aggressive. But when you really think about it, polar bears only live like where it's super cold at Antarctica, you know what I'm saying, North Pole, South Pole, wherever the hell, and there's no vegetation there. So I imagine the only thing they eat is meat all day, every day. You know what I'm saying? So this might actually be a little scary, no lie.
Indestructible.
They're so big. They're so big, and we've been really fucked over with God.
Brown. Hold on, man. All right. Asian black bear, American black bear. So the polar bear is the biggest bear out of all the bears? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Goddamn Klondike bars and Coca-Cola.
You're making them look sweet.
We have a super distorted perception of this fun predatory killing machine that eats its babies.
Bro.
Oh!
Bro, these things are ruthless.
Look at
They're
that.
the cleanup crew. They're there to make sure there's so few resources up there in the wild that this giant behemoth of a bear exists so he could just jack everything. Just jack everything and keep the populations nice and low.
Look at that. He's
Again,
like, you're right in there.
I'm not a biologist. So he knows it's in there and he's just trying to get at it. He's biting it.
God damn, dude, that would fuck me up.
Look at this, man. It's pressing on it. That's glass, man. If it breaks, you're dead. If it breaks, you're fucking dead.
It's trying to it wants to get its fucking teeth through it.
First off, Joe is acting like the biggest girl right now. Oh my God! Let's not get it twisted. If I was there, I'd probably be having the same reaction. But man, Joe talking like he didn't have any experience firsthand.
Bro, when it's opening its mouth, that's a monster's mouth.
This is what I look like drunk at a McDonald's at fucking 4 in the morning trying to get food to the drive-thru.
Look at this poor guy. It's
Give me
behind
nuggets.
him. It's behind him. He's like, but the camera is this way.
Oh, they're shaking the shit out of it.
Of course it is. Why would he be so convinced that thing would survive?
It'd be so dope if it just...
How do they rescue this cat?
This dude?
Yeah, how do they get him out of there? Like, like, how long does it take to get him out of there?
They got to find a way to distract this bear.
At the end, it just walked away.
Come on,
Yeah,
son.
it's got to get frustrated at some point. Be like, fuck this. Look at that. He goes, fuck this.
But how did they...
You know, I used to watch a lot of Nat Geo. And one thing I do remember about bears, these bears can swim. You know, they can smell. Like, their sense of smell is so strong. It's ridiculous. I remember watching on Nat Geo, the bear smelled that it was like a seal underneath the ice. So the bear just got to digging, and he finally like broke through, you know, like the little sheet of ice that was covered by snow. So the average person would not see this seal. You wouldn't even think it's a seal directly up under you. But apparently, the bear got that sense of smell to the point where he just like, yeah, about 4 feet down, it's a baby seal. And I'm hungry right now. Just saying.
They test that box. What if that guy hated him? The guy who made the box. Oh, this guy's going to climb out? I'm out. I am free. We've got a prize. Oh, the bear. Yeah. Like, let's pretend the bear's right there.
Yeah, right next to him.
That thing can run 35 miles an hour. Fuck out of here. You ever seen how fast a bear runs?
Yeah, they're insane.
Dude, they run like that on ice. Those things just dig in with their claws. They can run fast.
I like how they kind of pretended like that was a totally safe, normal experiment for him to do. Like, he got out like, no big deal, man. You know, fucking polar bears, ironically, are black underneath all that white fur. You know that, right?
No, it's clear. Those
clear?
fur is
I thought it
actually
was like
clear.
It's black skin.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
I
their
thought.
skin's black, yeah.
Isn't that wired?
Yeah, it is wild. Well, that's what a polar bear looks like. No, that's a black bear, bro.
No, dude, this is polar bear without hair.
Yeah, but it's not. Look at the hair around its face. See how it's all black?
Oh,
I
hell
guarantee
no.
that's a black bear. Also, it just doesn't look big enough.
What does a bear?
What is that?
It says
See,
bear.
because
Yeah,
it's got mange, but what an amazing animal, man!
Unbelievable.
Just imagine that thing lives in this place where there's no vegetables at all.
Nope.
But it got so big. It evolved to get that big,
Meat, dude. Just meat. Tons and tons and tons of meat.
and it can eat a fucking.
Bro, look at that. Bro, imagine you being like where this thing lives at, and you just look over, you just see an ice sheet full of blood and 3 bears looking straight at you. Boy, I just faint. You know what I'm saying? I would try to mentally like check myself out, my body, especially if I know I'm just gonna get eaten, because obviously these things are there to stump and kill stuff. I would just pray that I could just mentally check out and I could just die peacefully, but it's obviously not gonna be a peaceful freaking death. That's crazy.
Like a hole through ice to get to you too. It'll
Yeah.
just chew through the ice.
Told you.
Dude.
It'll do whatever it can to get to you, right?
It's so nice that they're so far away.
They swim. You know, they jump in the water and swim.
It can swim 6 miles an hour.
Bro,
And for how long can they swim? I wonder how long they can stay in the water for, because they have to
how
get out at
fast
some
is
point.
that in knots? And why do we need knots?
Like boat people love that
What's
shit.
up with boat people? Hey, it's 6 fathoms. Hey, fuck face. How many feet?
It's 5.2 knots.
5.2 knots is a mile?
6 miles an hour.
6 miles an hour is 5.2 knots.
My
Okay.
boat goes 5 knots.
Why would you want to
knots.
make it slower? That's so confusing. Why would they do that when they can just do miles an hour? What is knots?
I think knots were around before miles an hour.
No, well,
Oh.
kilometers were also before miles an hour.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, kilometers. It
I
was
thought kilometers were
crazy.
the metric system, and that was later.
no knots. Kilometers then
We're
miles.
so dumb. Really smart people are like, why the fuck are they talking?
Some
Why
guy
are
that's
they
like,
talking about kilometers?
some engineer was like, God damn it.
What were we just talking about?
Polar bears.
Oh, polar bears.
Right.
Yeah, man.
How the hell we get off on a weird tangent about boat speed?
There was
Knots.
Knots and
there
polar
was some
bears.
article about polar bears. You know, whenever we say that polar bear populations are threatened, they definitely are in certain spots. But the places where polar bears occupy is enormous.
Yeah, it's huge.
And in some areas, there's a lot of them. And we have this non-nuanced way of looking at polar bears. So people would get really mad if, like, they found out these Inuits were killing polar bears. But sometimes these folks are...
Oh my God. That is his teeth? Oh, no, bro. No.
living in places where polar bears start entering their villages.
Right.
And they're super dangerous.
Killing their babies.
They'll kill people.
Yeah,
They will straight up kill people.
You know why I think
there's
that
a
is?
comic who's he's also a veterinarian. Kevin.
He's a vet?
Yeah, he's a guy who performed in Denver. I met him in Denver. I was working with him one night.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know him?
Yeah, he's famous in
Kevin
Denver.
Fitzgerald.
Kevin Fitzgerald.
Kevin
He has a TV show out
Kevin
there.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say Fitzgerald, but I thought I was wrong because my friend Dave Fitzgerald, I was just talking
He's got
about.
long white hair. Yeah, like a
Yes.
yeah.
He told me that polar bears out of the womb are like Predator.
Oh my
You know, like the movie Predator, like out of the womb, they're just trying to bite and kill. Out of the womb.
Dope.
Out of the womb. They just come out. "Rah!" And I was like, well, it makes sense, right? If you stop and think about what their life is, everything is just white and frozen. And occasionally you catch something slipping. Occasionally you catch someone who's sunning themselves and you get to them before they can get away, and you could dive in the water and grab a foot and drag them back up.
Oh my
Survival, man.
The darkest story that I ever heard, I don't know if this is true, but let's pretend it is,
Yeah, fine.
was there was some sort of an expedition and their boat hit some ice, and so their boat started sinking, and they had a real problem because the next boat was hours away. So they call in a mayday for the next boat, and they climb out of the boat in time before it sinks, and then they get to an ice shelter, like an ice raft, an
Right.
ice island, I guess.
Like an
we call
island,
it.
yeah,
Ice
ledge.
island. And in the distance, they see a polar bear,
Fuck.
and it's many, many ice land bridges or whatever the fuck.
Whatever
it is.
ice distance that is.
Ice island away.
Ice steps.
But he keeps jumping in the water and getting closer.
Fuck me.
He's trying to figure out what the fuck they are. And then finally it gets to
Hell
him.
no.
Finds out what they are. It's in the ice island next to them. Jumps in the water, pops up,
Oh,
grabs one guy.
oh, hell no. Hell no.
There's nothing anybody can do about it.
Fuck.
Takes him, kills him, drags him in the water again, goes back on the other ice island, just starts eating him.
And they're just chilling, watching it.
And they're one ice island away, hoping that he doesn't stay hungry after he eats their friend.
I hope it was your least favorite friend.
And then the boat comes and rescues him.
Fuck me, dude. And they had to watch their friend get eaten alive.
Their friend got eaten alive.
And
he died probably quick.
But he probably ate him in front of them. He
Yeah,
probably
he
took
did.
it so they could see it.
He didn't care.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Do
he'll eat
you
it close.
worry when you eat a clam that you're eating it in front of other clams?
Depends on who I'm eating in front of.
Mm,
No,
interesting.
I'm sure I'm sure the bear ate it to know they wanted. I'm saying he kept an eye on them.
Yes.
It's like, you're next, dude.
Well, he
I'm hungry,
probably knows that they're there if this isn't enough.
That's crazy.
I mean, maybe the guy's like a small guy.
What do you do? What do you do? You just sit there and watch it? You jump in the water? What do you fucking do?
You can't swim away. You'll freeze to death if you get in that water. You just
gonna
have to
sit there?
accept the fact that if it chooses to kill you, that's your time. There's nothing else you can do. You can't fight it off.
I would punch my buddy and knock him out so it's easier than, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Knock him
Which
out so the
buddy?
bear. Huh?
You have to think about how much you love your friends.
Oh my God, there's so many people I'd knock out and leave for bears to eat.
Bro, that was a gruesome story. That was a gruesome story, but I got a question for y'all, though. I got a solid-ass question. If it was like 5 of y'all, let's just recreate this scenario, which was obviously not a scenario, it was a real thing, but let's recreate this. Let's say it was like 5, 6 of y'all on this island, and this polar bear is swimming towards y'all. I'm sure everybody's going to be terrified, like thoroughly terrified. Me and my buddies, we had this conversation before, and we were just talking about regular bears. Bro, I'm not letting that polar bear take any of my homies. And most importantly, I'm not going to let him take me. But a polar bear I'm not going to let a polar bear get to my ice raft and we all just going to run and skirmish. No. Now, the end result might result in me dying, because I don't know if all my friends got the same type of heart as I got. But if I see the polar bear grab my man's ankle, I'm running towards the polar bear and I'm going to jab him in his eye. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to jump on his back. We all are about to go overboard and we about to fight this damn polar bear. Whether we got to bite him, punch him. And granted, I'm not dumb. I understand a punch from a human is not going to affect a polar bear. But think about it like this. It's 6 of us, which means we got 12 arms. He only got 2, which really equates to maybe about 8 arms, because one slash can probably take one of us out. But bro, we gonna work this damn polar bear. We gonna work him out. And even if all of us end up injured, you know, somebody arm is slashed open and we all of us just damn near laid out, bro, it's worth it not having one of my buddies there and a super healthy me. I would much rather take a slash through my chest for my mans to stay here and be alive. You know what I'm saying? Am I dumb for that? Y'all let me know, man, in the comments below, man. Please like, subscribe, comment. Y'all know what y'all need to do, man. I'm on y'all in a little bit. Peace.